Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to more Dead of Darkness. My name is Raven from the Sky. All right, so we're gonna head back up. Head back up these steps. That's gonna put us right by. It's gonna put us right by that room. That's where that wall puzzle is in that safe. I think that's the one. How many slices does it take? Jesus. There's another one. Another one. Just in case a Ripper decides he wants to burst through the wall. Don't need a lantern anymore. There's another one. Here he comes. Sit yourself down. Here we go. What was this? I think this was handgun bullets, wasn't it? Yeah, we're good. Okay, so ah, that was off of a guess. I bet you it was a clue somewhere. Okay, that's one piece. We got one. We got the bishop piece. So that's it for this floor. All we have to do is just somehow get the key to that door, explore the second floor, and then we're good. The other half, the east wing of the second floor. Right now we're on the. We're gonna head to the west. We go boom back down that hallway. Yeah, back down this hallway. Shotgun bullets just for you, buddy. Then again, let me stop. Let me save him. I'm just tell. I want to see how many pistol shots. We got enough. I got enough pistol ammo that we can use some on these rippers. Of course, you're right there. I can save it too. Six rounds. Let me reload. 6 rounds. Yeah, you definitely want to reload after you take him down with a pistol. I like to kind of save the shotgun ammo because I like to use the shotgun on the bosses more so than the regular monsters that you face. But them big monsters like that, them spider, they can one hit kill you. Like that spider glutton thing can one hit kill you. So it's best to use a shotgun on them, unless you can got some distance. You put distance because each shot that lands, it stops them like boop 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 boop. Bandages? Not really. Didn't want to do that, man. I'm guessing a Ripper causes bleeding. That's why it gives you bandages after that first encounter. We gotta go upstairs and get that other piece. That other piece is upstairs. It's in the VHS tape. Bandages, no thank you. It's open. I mean, the power's on, so we should be able to get the videotape now. A broken VHS cassette that is being held together by tape. You hear something rattling inside, but you can't open it by hand. Then how the heck are we gonna open it? Oh, cut the cut the tape off, Raven. Duh. Let's go back down the steps. The room is literally right there. Drop both pieces. Something fell from a secret compartment on the underside of the table. Hexagonal emblem. Oh, I think a hexagonal shaped plate made of metal. There's a strange creature engraved on it. I think that's the key to that door on that side because I remember it having. It was like, oh, there's a strange shape that goes when we were playing as Miles. Okay. I think I'm gonna go and check those other two bottom rooms. I think it's ammo or something. Then I'll drop the ammo off in the save room over there. Once we in that hallway, I'll go through both those doors, go into the save room, drop the ammo off, and then we'll proceed to explore more. Right now, I only have one slot left. I like to have the pistol and the shotgun. You could probably go with just one if you prioritize the knife, even on big enemies, which I wouldn't really recommend, especially if it's multiple ones, because they can one. Like I said, the spider glutton can one hit kill you, just gobble you up. So I like that. If I'm running a shotgun ammo, I got the pistol. Guess I was better off just using the shotgun, huh? All right, what's down here? I think it's ammo. If I remember correctly. Yep. Drop this ammo off. Could. Boom. I think it's more ammo. Go through these two doors. I think it's more ammo. I forgot what it was just that quick. No, it wasn't. It was this antipsychotic. It's just that quick. The last time we was in was Miles. That was like almost 10 episodes ago. I'm talking about just that quick. What fudge am I talking about? Through these doors down the hallway. Yep. Perfect. I think I'm just gonna go straight up the hallway. Drop this ish off. Giving us a lot of ammo. I'll go up, save it, and then business journal clipping. William Grayside joins Connor and Vaughn as new investment strategist. Mr. Grayside graduated at the top of his class at Winter Dawn University and published an astoundingly visionary analysis on adjustment strategies and their implication for global trade in the wake of the collapse of the Bretton Woods system, focusing on the adoption of floating exchange rates and the new challenges in maintaining balance of payments equilibrium. Connor Vaughn is happy to welcome William as a new member of the investment team. Mr. Grayside is sharp minded, resourceful, and hands on. Together with him, we will take our investment strategies for our clients to the next level, says CEO and Chairman Russell Vaughn. There are various formulas and algorithms written on the page that you cannot decipher. Several notes are written in different places. Extremely fast healing process, even with heavy trauma. Reverse proximity effect. Synthetic peptide as blocker. Competes with the synthetic peptide, causing a toxic overload. It may result in hyperactivation of cellular pathways, leading to cellular damage and apoptosis. There's a terribly deformed skeleton on the table. Looks like its bones had been randomly puzzled together. A note says neurotoxin even allows decomposition. One of those things has been cut open on the table. There are needle marks on the creature. Some of, of the paper suggests that the cuts were made post mortem. It is time. I was hoping that I would be able to handle the situation, but it seems that I failed. I'm cut off from all communications with Blackwood. All business affairs are handled by Joseph and Adam. I feel like a useless puppet. They require me to bring them samples, keep the place running as if I'm some servant to them. This is not what we agreed upon. Who do they think they are? This is my heritage. This is my family's legacy. I will not be treated like this. I will burn this place down before I let them take it away from me. There are all kinds of equations and sketches on the pinboard. Some of the sketches resemble the creatures you've already encountered, but they look as if they were sketched centuries ago. Shelf is filled with various sorts of flasks and chemicals. Parts of monsters are stored in formaldehyde. If you look closely, you could swear you see them still move. The containers are dusty, so they seem to have been here for a while. Flasks and chemicals. I guess that's it. Unless there's a clue where something might be hidden behind that wall. Would be a darn ripper in here. Nothing. Nothing. Toxin formula. I believe I finally found a way to create an agent capable of killing VO23. Who the heck is VO23? He's probably, you know what? Just off of a hunch, that's probably the boss of the game. I bet you. It consists of two components, a protein binder and a neurotoxic catalyst. The protein binder is a specially engineered protein with a high affinity for binding to specific proteins found in VO23 cellular structure. It is designed to attach itself to these vital proteins, interfering with their normal function and causing severe dysfunction within the organism's cells. The neurotoxic catalyst is a potent neurotoxin that on its own is highly toxic to living organisms. However, its full potency is unlocked when combined with the protein binder. When the protein binder binds to the parasite's cellular proteins, it triggers a unique chemical reaction that activates the neurotoxic catalyst, converting it into a highly potent neurotoxic form. The combination of the protein binder and the activated neurotoxic catalyst should create a lethal effect within VO23. The protein binder targets and disrupts the vital proteins necessary for the organism's survival, while the activated neurotoxic catalyst specifically attacks its nervous system, causing rapid and irreversible damage. I was able to successfully test this on a few samples, so it should also work on VO23. If applied directly to its core, it might be wise to combine it with severe tissue damage to help it spread more quickly. While I managed to hide the protein binder in the new workshop below the House of Always, Joseph took the neurotoxic catalyst from the centrifuge and Graham Memorial when I wasn't paying attention. Even though I told him it was just for a paper I'm working on for the Lancet Psychiatry, he insisted on examining it himself. List of candidates. Here are the final list of potential candidates for the new Gaia trial. Robert Dalton, Evangeline Creek, John Rhodes, Jesse Rockwell, Becca Wyndham. Oh, Becca, right? Erica Silver. All subjects are terminal. Official autopsies are unlikely. Clearing the official paper trial should be simple. H. Poem. Through me the way is to the city Dolan. Through me the way is to eternal dole. Through me the way is among the people lost. The way among the people lost. Justice incited my sublime creator, created me divine omnipotence, the highest wisdom and the primal love. Before me there were no created things, only eternal, and I eternal last, all hope abandoned, ye who enter in. One of these things lies dead beyond the metal bars. Its body looks drained and the skin has a faint purple glow. Was this thing experimented on? Yes. That's the short answer. The short answer to that is yes. You ought to know that by now. You read all these files. But that VO23 is probably the boss of the game. I bet you. You play enough survival horror and horror games, you kind of figure things out. You can kind of predict what's going to happen next. I think that's it. We can just go ahead on. Explore this floor some more. Sign beneath the portrait says Arthur Graham, 1535 to 1610. No, we got enough. Joseph Archer, born in 1937. Renowned scientist in the field of DNA research, strong desire to push the boundaries of modern medicine. Developed ruthless and unethical research methods due to lack of funding. Prosecuted for kidnapping, medical malpractice, fraud, battery, human experimentation without consent, violation of drug regulatory laws, and reckless endangerment in multiple European countries. Currently prosecuted by Interpol, suffers from bone cancer in arms and legs. Was found in Laos, where he was hiding and treated with coral calcium by the locals. It is expected that the individual will fully recover. Since the whole body is affected, survival outside the island, even for a very short period, is very unlikely. Adam Flynn. We're getting all the files now, aren't we? 1945. Adam was the big brute we saw. Raised in a poor and highly criminal environment, joined the Special Forces Unit of the Irish Army as the youngest member in history. Known for his loyalty and brutality, was severely wounded by a grenade blast while in action. The torso and legs were the most affected. His living conditions are currently maintainable only through intense medical care. It is expected that the individual will fully recover since the whole body is affected. Survival out. This is basically that they experimented on themselves. Offer from Blackwood. Charles, I understand your concerns. I have dealt with cases similar to that of your son William. I've dealt for that of your son William before. Okay. Rest assured that my team and I are fully equipped to handle his condition. However, this process will take time and will most likely affect his personality. We will ensure that he is properly reintegrated into society, but we cannot allow him to retain any ties to his past. The risk of a setback is too high. In exchange for my services, I request unlimited access to your island. My men will take over your operation and conduct their own research. Your full cooperation is required. I expect a response by the end of the week. This will be the last time the two of us converse. Blackwood. Okay, dear Charles, reading your letter filled my heart with joy. It's been so long since we've heard from each other. Of course, I'm happy to support you in your translation endeavors. The symbols you provided seem to be of Sumerian origin. Based on what I know, I'd estimate them to be from around the year 3500 BC. However, there are some very intriguing der- der- derivations from what we know of scripts we've collected so far. Best way to describe it would be some kind of dialect. Therefore, it is very hard for me to decipher the sample you provided. Is it possible to share more encryptions? Based on what I know, your sample refers to a sea god that calls for his children, promising safe travels. There's also something about what I call harmony and sleep, as well as protection from the spring of life. What? That's explaining why they all morph into sea-like creatures. I mean everything. Squid, octopus, crab-like. It is very cryptic without context. You see, most of the text from South America we've translated so far has been quite grim, filled with tales of sacrifice and vengeful gods. These texts of yours, however, have a much softer and more compassionate tone. There is no indication of any sacrifices at all. Quite the opposite, actually. It depicts a human being shielded and loved by their God, blessed with the gifts of life. Please consider sending me more material and let me know how you got your hands on this, Marty. America, language I don't know. Miles Wyndham. Miles Wyndham. That's who the main character. Born in 1950 in Providence, USA. Moved to Northwich at the age of 10. Brother, redacted. Disappeared in Vietnam and was declared dead in 1970. Joined the PCDA program in London in 1968. Harry Dunn was his partner and mentor. Married Catherine Knight in 1972. Daughter Becca Wyndham. Born in 1972. Redacted in 1976. There's something written underneath a strange looking handwriting. No indication that Blackwood or Dunn have him on their radar or see him as a threat. Wait a minute. It's written on a piece of paper. Charles, why? Wait a minute. Italian poem. Okay. Fine comedy is upside down. Oh my. Push you straight up. Push you straight down to the right. Eh. Young talent from Winter Dawn Boarding School heads to university. William Grayside, a standout student at Winter Dawn Boarding School in New Haven, has been recognized as the top of his class this year. Grayside, known for his dedication and hard work, expresses gratitude to Gaspar Blackwood, the generous benefactor of the school, and to his tutor and mentor Luther Grimes for their unwavering support and guidance. William will soon be embarking on the next chapter of his academic journey as he prepares to study economics at Winter Dawn University. I couldn't have achieved this without the encouragement and opportunities provided by Mr. Blackwood and Mr. Grimes, Grayside commented. Mr. Graham, thank you for reaching out to me. Unfortunately, I don't think it's wise to register William for the upcoming GCA level exams. In the past weeks and months, William has shown little to no motivation in any of the subjects I teach him. This was also reflected in the grades I had to give him in his exams. He appears to have a hard time focusing and only rarely does or finishes the exercises I give him for the time I'm not on the island. That being said, he is just 15 and, as you know, much younger than most students who participate in the exam. Such a heavy workload can take a great toll on a person's psyche, especially on that of a young man like William. In the end, it is your decision. I can finish the necessary paperwork anytime. Let me know your decision within the next 2 weeks. There is a worn-out copy of a typewritten report of unknown origin. Some parts of the text have been redacted. There's a strong indication that the bodily fluids of may have an effect on other human beings. We have validated at least 3 cases in which other individuals' DNA was affected after coming into close contact with subject. Redacted age 5 was bitten by the subject on August 5th, 1983. Developed a severe autoimmune disease soon after and died on October 1984. May have come in contact with the blood of blankety blank, or redacted, on April 3rd, 1983, during an accident at daycare. Developed a strong form of abdominal cancer soon after. Died on January 10th, 1985. All right, on May 2nd. So we get the idea. Just these subjects have come in contact with, I don't know if it's patient zero, whoever it is, because it's redacted, and they're having abnormal immune or bodily effects because of it. There may have been other interhuman interactions that either had no effect or delayed effects that have gone unnoticed. It was taken out of daycare due to health concerns. On the subject's doctor's advice, it's likely that the diagnosis of pilocythemia vera might be staged as a means to perform regular research-related tests on the subject. So far, no suspicions from the parents have been noticed. Huh. Oh, shoot. Oh, look at this. It's giving us a bunch of pistolero. Max out the handgun. Giving us everything, bro. Why is that? You gotta ask yourself, why is that? Should I go back and save it? Hmm? I don't feel like going on. We've come too far. Let's go. Third floor of the Grand Manor. Oh, I needed that. I need. Shoot, now I gotta go back. Dear Charles, we haven't had the chance to speak, so first of all, congratulations on having a boy. The nurse has told me you're calling him William. Such a lovely name. I'm sorry that Danielle had to suffer through labor, but giving her the blood during childbirth might have actually saved her life. It was the right call. I was in a similar situation when Owen fell ill, but I haven't regretted it for a single day. I'm sure everything will be well. The nurses told me that she's recovering quickly. I just gave her another transfusion, but I think no more will be needed. She was asleep and didn't notice. I made sure nobody saw me. It's moments like these that gave me faith again. I wish you and your family only the best. Harrison.
I'll be
Oh,
making that, if you don't mind.
Adam.
You're combat trained, I can tell. You should join us.
You're working for Blackwood. You're scum.
Blackwood can kiss my arse. Being loyal like a bloody cunt is what got me here. I'm not making that mistake again.
So instead you're helping William? Don't be an idiot.
Looks like we're not alone anymore. I have to deliver this. It's a priority, you see. Give our friends some company while I'm gone, sweetheart.
Son of a bitch!
Shoot. Okay. Reload. That's why I see why it gave us all that ammo. Come on, reload, 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 reload. Shotgun's quicker. Oh! Oh!
Isaac, do you copy?
Olivia, have you found anything?
Charles has been doing a lot of research on his own. There was a strange key hidden in the attic, but Adam took it from me.
There's an ancient-looking door in the clinic basement. The key might belong there.
Then that's also where William is headed. How do I get there?
The entrance door to the clinic is sealed, but you can access it from underground. There's an old tunnel system hidden beneath the garage of Graham Manor.
All right, let's rendezvous at the clinic. Over and out.
All right, we got the tunnel key. Yeah. Go right down here. We're gonna save it after all that. Oh, wrong room. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. My name is Raven from the Sky. If you enjoyed the episode, drop a like and subscribe to the channel and see as you grow. Take care and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace out.